Evening, everyone. Hey, it's Scott Brown with day 11 of Darren LaCroix's 90-day Facebook Live Challenge. Getting in one more video right under the wire here. Went to the Pacers game tonight down in Indianapolis. Had a fantastic time. And spent a little bit of time on Interstate 69, driving back and forth today. Which is kind of fitting because I spent the morning this morning finally getting Kelly's windshield repaired. When we were driving up here from Florida, somewhere in the Ohio area, Kelly picked up a rock, cracked her windshield on the passenger side, and as we got closer and the temperatures got lower, that little crack ended up spreading like a spider and going all the way across her windshield over to just past the middle. So we needed a new windshield. And the whole experience of trying to get that windshield repaired really reminded me of my days back at Disney, of having to provide immediate guest service recovery when we messed up. Because, let's face it, anytime you're dealing with people, anytime you're trying to provide some sort of business or service or product, stuff's going to go wrong, you're going to mess up. So what do? You try to recover as quickly as possible, make things right, and try to move forward. Well, the company that we used here in Indiana to replace Kelly's windshield had to do a lot of guest service recovery. The first time they came out to replace Kelly's cracked windshield, brought the wrong windshield. Now you would think that it'd be relatively easy, that if you know you're replacing the windshield on a Mazda 6, maybe you should bring the windshield for a Mazda 6. But no, we didn't do that. So they called me back a couple hours later after they went back to the shop and said, okay, we have a windshield ordered. It's going to be here on Thursday. Come on in on Thursday and we'll replace your windshield. Fantastic. So about 4 days later, I went to Safelite on that Thursday, pulled in, walked into the office, said, hey, I'm here to have my windshield replaced. Gave them my name. They said, you're supposed to be here on Friday. We don't have a windshield for you. So we're 0 for 2 so far. They're like, well, we're going to get the windshield on Friday. I'm like, well, I can't come back tomorrow. I need to switch stuff around, so now I have things to do on Friday. How about next week? So the following week I went back, went to have my windshield replaced, dropped off the car, sitting in the waiting room. About 20 minutes later, owner comes out and says, we have a little bit of a problem. See, apparently with my wife's car, there are 3 little cameras that are behind the rearview mirror. And one of them is for lane departure, and one of them I think is for the red light camera. I don't know what the third one's for, but there's 3 little cameras there. And 3 nice little spots in the windshield that you have to have a clear spot for the camera to be able to shoot out. And wouldn't you know it, there's apparently 2 different size windshields for a Mazda 6, and which one do you think they got? Not the right one. Well, we'll have to reorder the windshield again, give us a few days, and we'll get it back in next week. Well, we moved here on December 1st, and today is, well, a lot after December 1st, actually about 4 weeks later. Went back today for the 4th time, and wouldn't you know it, they actually had the right windshield. They got it put in, they got it calibrated, whole thing was in and out of there in less than 3 hours, which I still think is pretty long to get in a windshield, but it was finally finished. Finally finished. But it made me think a little bit. That yes, they gave me a much better price on the windshield because I had dealt with them for 4 times. But the one thing they didn't do when they messed up was figure out how to do it right the next time. So you can recover and you can give something to your customer, you can give something to your client to say, hey, we messed up, I'm sorry for your inconvenience, I'm going to try to do this to make it a little bit better for you. But when you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again, there's no need anymore for service recovery. It's really more of a need for some sort of operational overhaul, because clearly whatever you're trying to do is not working. So we finally have a windshield. And I'm glad to say I was able to drive to Indianapolis back tonight and didn't crack a windshield. So that's a good thing, because since it takes 4 weeks to get a new windshield in Indiana, we can have to replace one every month based on that. So remember, the next time you mess up, it's not just enough to say, hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm going to give this to you for your inconvenience. Let me take something off the price. Let me sweeten the offer a little bit. Let me entice you to come back and give me another chance. Because if someone's giving you another chance, they expect you to get it right. They don't expect you to have to do something 4 times before you finally figure out, maybe I should record the VIN number to figure out what windshield we want to buy. So 2 big lessons from the story. 1, don't follow trucks closely on interstate moves through Ohio. And 2, whenever you mess up, make it right. But don't make it right just by giving something away. Make it right by figuring out what you did wrong and then making the correction so that you don't do it wrong a second, a third, or a 4th time. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to get the video in before 11:30 at night, and I won't get that wrong again. So everyone, have a wonderful night. Great talking to you, and I will see you tomorrow.